get your mind together, then come on across to me.
Good evening, and tonight on The Experience, it's all about the food. You can see we've got it all laid out for you. We've brought in Chef David so that we can cook the main course. We've got his DVD set that we're going to tell you about as we talk here for a few minutes. And not only are we going to learn how to cook, but we're going to get to eat our mistakes as well, which I think is my role here. Now, the first thing I got to tell you, Chef, is as I look around here, and I've seen all the cooking shows on TV,
right,
and
sure.
It's huge how big they are right now. The first thing that I notice that is different from my kitchen is I don't see the microwave and I don't see the boxes.
Yeah, no,
so I'm a little
we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Well, you know, there's a lot of methods of cooking that are just as quick as using the microwave. Maybe a little bit more healthful. And we're sort of going old school today, Hank, a little bit, you know, in terms of how we're preparing
now, how
things.
long have you been a chef?
Wow, I was a passionate home cook for about 15 years, and I've been a professional chef for about 10 years.
Yeah.
And we figured over the time that we've been doing our catering company initially first, which is in the Hudson Valley, we fed about 30,000 guests.
No kidding.
So yeah. So I have the beat up hands to prove it.
But this all came out of your passion of being in the kitchen. Were people telling you when they'd come over to your house and stuff, geez, you know, David, you ought to be putting this out, or you ought to be in the catering business, or you should become a pro?
You know, it's the #1 question we get. Where can I go to learn how to cook? We hear it all the time from folks. It's like, where can I go to learn how to cook? I can't quit my job and go to culinary school, maybe.
Right.
You know, I take the kids to soccer on Saturday, but when can I do it? And we thought, well, if we created a system that was sort of not time sensitive, you could watch it whenever you wanted to, right?
Yeah,
so if the kids are in bed at night, you can take out a DVD and you can watch it. It's also available streaming, so you can stream it to the device of your choice. So it can be on mobile, it can be on Android, it can be on your tablet.
So it's going to be right there in the kitchen with you as you're going along.
It can be if you want it, if that's how you learn best.
You don't have to watch it in the bedroom and then run downstairs.
No, and if you're a slow learner like me, you can watch it over and over again,
yeah.
right?
No, I hear
or
you.
go back and
you.
say, what was that, or what do we do, or whatever.
So the most important thing probably before you get the set is you just have to have the passion, and that's clearly what you had. You had the passion to want to cook.
You have to want to know. You have to want to know. And I even think for guys, you know, to have 4 or 5 signature dishes that you can pull out at the drop of a hat, I think that's really key. You know, I think it's really important.
4 or 5 signature dishes.
Right,
so now, what is your signature dish that you can pull out at the drop?
Now
you have
there's
so
a lot
many.
of different ones, but I have to say my favorite thing to eat in life is probably fried chicken. My dad was from Kentucky. My mom was from Kansas City, Kansas. So, you know, fried chicken growing up, I mean, it may not be the most healthful thing that we cook in the series, but there's over 100 recipes and tips in the series. So there's a lot of different things. And there's stuff for vegetarians, for vegans.
And when you put all this together, your 100 recipes, and you've got the things for the vegetarians and the vegans, and you got your fried chicken for folks out there, too, who just want to have
steak
some
and
fun.
potatoes, you know.
How did you decide on those? I mean, did you have in your mind that I've got to make this healthy? Because there's a couple of things going on in America's day. One, more and more people want to cook, no doubt about it. And the other thing is that we're very much aware of what we're putting into our bodies now.
Yeah, and we looked at the health, absolutely. And I think when you cook at home, portion size is one thing. I think it's more practical at home, you know, and I think there are different stages at folks' lives where they don't want to, the drive-through window isn't going to cut it when you're expecting, you know, or when you move away from home for the first time, it may be that you don't have the chops to maybe go in and feed yourself, and we all have to eat. So to be able to...
But what we do too often is we run down to the store on the corner and we're just buying something that we can throw into that microwave. And you just said that we can do it as easy as throwing something in the microwave, but we can do it at home. Is that really true?
The more comfortable you get with a knife in your hand, the more comfortable you get in your kitchen. We talk about in the series, we talk about setting up your kitchen, comfort in the kitchen safety, all of that, so that it works for you. And I think everybody has different things that they sort of gravitate to. And what we do in each episode, which we call a video bite, right, is we take a technique. So it's poaching. So if I can teach you to boil water, I can flavor that water and we can poach.
That'll be, we'll see if you can teach me to boil water or not. All right, well, let's take a look at some of these bites and walk me through this a little bit. Learn how to cook and eat your mistakes. I love the eat your mistakes part.
Well, you know, in cooking unlike life, you can eat your mistakes. and if you can't, the dog can. And if the dog won't eat them, there's always the compost pile.
Now, there is a picture here, and I don't know if people can see this, but in the setup and safety part, in which you are holding the fire extinguisher.
Well,
so you really do start right at the very beginning.
We do.
And
we
walk
do.
us all the way through it.
A lot of conventional food programming is more aspirational. We call it beautiful wallpaper. They don't really measure. They don't really tell you what they're doing, you know, and we want to break it down in real practical, pragmatic terms.
Chef David, that's such a great point. I think that a lot of people will watch a TV show, a cooking show, and they'll start to do it along with them. And then they pull this thing out of the oven that the guy's looking down at what he's got in front of him, and he says, well, that bears no relation. Where did I miss a step? Right. Or what didn't I know that obviously the person, you know, doing it on TV knew? They assume that we have more knowledge than we do.
I think they do. And I think, but sometimes, you know, guys will tell me, well, I grill, and I'll say, well, there's this metal box in the kitchen, and it has a broiler in it. It's called a stove. And when there's 4 feet of snow on the ground, you can go in and you can broil, and it's a single source. And
see, I'm all for that. I think you have to start at the very beginning. All right, so walk me through quickly here, kind of the 1-minute Reader's Digest version of what we get in these 10 CDs and in the course.
We do broiling, we do grilling, we do poaching, we do braising and soups and stews. We make homemade stock. Gosh, let's see, we do baking, we do savory baking like biscuits and focaccia bread, but we also do sweet baking as well, all the way through to a chocolate cake recipe.
Boy, imagine how people can impress each other.
We try to be practical and pragmatic, and we really boiled the recipes down to their essence, so that there are 4 or 5 or 6 ingredients in most of the recipes. If I'm just a chef showing off, what good is that? I mean, you know, it's nice to be able to show off and you know, to my fellow chefs, but
now speaking of showing off, coming up in just a moment, we're actually going to cook something. I'm going to cook right along beside you.
Cook right along.
I am as much of a novice as you could possibly ask for, so we'll see how this goes. Quickly, what is it that we're going to be doing?
You know what? We're going to do chicken with snow peas, and it's a sauté dish. And sauté is sort of like the fast car. It's like the Maserati of cooking. So you can really put it all together, and we can sauté it in real time right here on your show, Hank.
Fantastic. That's what we're going to do straight ahead right here on the Hank Stolz Experience. All right, is everybody in the kitchen now? Because we are ready to cook up a storm here with Chef David. I'm ready to go, Chef David. I am excited about this. Learning how to cook. Oh, and by the way, I want to make sure that I mention also that, of course, people who are tuning in tonight and watching, you have a special deal for them, just for watching this evening.
We do. If you stream it, it's $34.99. If you want the 10 DVDs, it's $49.99. But if they put the code in Charter, Hank, your viewers can get $5 off. So you want to go to eatyourmistakes.com. That's eatyourmistakes.com. Put in the code Charter, and you'll get $5 off the 10 DVD set.
Fantastic. Boy, you can't ask for better than that. All right, Chef David, you're ready for the challenge of your lifetime.
All right, we're going to go. We got a chef's knife in hand. It's the triangle, right? We're going to pinch the blade here.
Pinch the blade
here. We've got a full onion here.
This is an onion?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to take the bottom off, slice through. We're going to take the top off, slice through.
I don't know if I have the top and bottom right, but
you're
this
doing
looks
good.
Okay.
We're going to go down the side here, okay?
Down the side,
right?
Yes.
Okay, just like that.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to reach in and just peel off the first layer of onion and that first layer of that papery skin there. See that?
Yes.
So that's coming right off.
Successful.
Just throw it right in there.
I'm so excited.
Isn't
I'm
this
cooking.
Good? You are cooking. You are cooking.
All right.
We're going to cut the onion in half.
I'm going to cut this onion in half.
And we've got
I wasn't doing the triangle. Okay.
Oh, you got it. And we're going to put a flat side down. Okay? So that keeps it from wobbling on our board there.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut half this onion. And what I'm going to do, Hank, we're going to go like this. We're going to go, I'm just going to cut in like this down.
Oh.
Like.
I wasn't supposed to go all the way through, huh?
It's okay. It's all right.
Now, do I have to eat this mistake?
We can eat your mistakes. And then we're going to go across this way, flat hand. We're going to go like this. Okay? So you've cut 2 ways on it, right?
Oh, I shouldn't have had my finger down in the back,
okay.
huh?
That's okay. Now let's go ahead. Bridge your fingers.
Yes.
Now we're going to slice right through. And see that dice that comes off just like that? See that?
Yeah, of course.
You're doing okay. You're doing all right.
Mine seem to be a little larger than yours.
Well, that's okay. Large dice. That's acceptable.
Large dice.
Yeah. You're doing good. You're doing good,
I'm just going to keep kind of mashing this up over here.
Mash it up. Okay, you don't know what we can do? We can take our knife and we can...
Oh, see, I'm good.
Just roll right over that. See?
I'm rolling.
You're doing good. You're doing good. This is great.
All right.
Okay. So then we're going to go ahead. We have 2 tablespoons of canola oil here.
Of course,
Okay,
yes.
see your
My
canola oil? We can use corn oil. It's okay. We're going to go in
Yeah.
our hot skillet. We
I like
preheated
canola
this.
better.
Ready for sizzle?
Yes.
All right, there we go.
Oh, look at that. Nice maximum sizzle on
Now
on
take
that.
your
Okay, yeah.
Now take your onions, and we're going
Yeah.
right in. Ah, there we go.
All right.
Now we're sautéing. There.
Wow.
All right. Now we're going. Now see
All
our
right.
chicken here.
Yep.
Take your chicken. Here's a chicken. We got 4 of these chicken lobes, these chicken breasts.
Yep.
We're going to just trim a little of the fat off. Throw that away.
Yeah.
We're slicing right down in strips. See that? And then we're going to come across here, and we're going to go ahead, and we're just cubing up this chicken. This is 4, so this will make dinner for 4 folks.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Our onions are getting nice and hot, so we're going to go right in with our meat, Hank. So we've got 4 already here. Here's some already chopped. 4 lobes of chicken breast.
So I'm throwing all my
Throw it
chicken
in.
breast in.
Take it all in. Throw it in.
All right.
And then take your tongs, and we're going to just keep it moving in the pan because we're
All right.
sautéing. And you see as the chicken starts to turn white from that pink,
Yes.
that means it's cooking.
Excellent. Excellent.
You're good. You're doing good.
Yeah. Oh, we're sautéing.
You're sautéing. Now, as you start to put it toward the, you see pink side,
Yeah.
turn the pink side toward the pan
Right.
and let it get white.
Makes sense. Wow, that's cooking up fast, huh?
It's cooking up really fast. Now we have a tablespoon of salt. I'm
may be
using
cooking in the
kosher salt
microwave.
here.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Right over the top.
Kinda
Uh-oh, I
sprinkle
spilled.
that.
I spilled a little bit. You'll have to
All right,
clean
you
that
have
up
to eat
later.
that up.
And we have a teaspoon of ground black pepper.
Right, we're going to
Right?
sprinkle that
Sprinkle
in.
that in.
All right.
You got to have all your stuff pretty
Oh,
much
this
ready
looking,
here when you're
yeah,
ready
this
to
is looking
go.
beautiful.
So that was a cup of onion, right?
Yeah.
Our 2 tablespoons of oil.
Oh, look at this. See, I still got a lot of pink over here.
Keep going. Keep turning. We're good. Now, as that's going, we'll give that a minute. We got snow peas, and we got a cup of snow peas. And what you want to do is you want to take a pea. Oh, well. You want to take a snow pea. How's
Take the
that?
snow pea.
Okay. And these have little strings on them. Now, there are a stringless variety, but we're just going to go down here and pull that off because you don't want to floss while you're eating, right?
So I'm taking the top.
Yeah. Just pull that string right off. Pull it down. Pull it down. Pull it down. You got it?
Pulling that down.
There
Yep.
you go. There you go.
All right.
String off. So the
Oh,
first
boy.
4 on top, we
We're
haven't
going to open this up.
string. No, we're just
No,
throwing them
throw
in the
them in
pan.
like that. Gotcha.
These cook really
Gotcha.
fast.
All right.
Okay? So we pretty much got everything in, and then for TV time, we took these. These are already strong.
Gotcha.
So those can go right in.
Putting those right in. All right.
And just start tossing them in. If you see some raw pieces of your chicken, all your ingredients are in. So we're
Yep.
just waiting for the chicken to be done. Now, when we deal with raw chicken, we obviously want to wash our hands really well with antibacterial soap when we're done.
Absolutely.
And your surfaces when you're done with that. You're getting some nice browning on that. Do you see any pink pieces?
Just flip those over if I do.
Flip them over toward the heat. It's a skillet. It's our heat this time,
Right.
right? So we started with the fat, which was our oil. We started with an aromatic, which is our onion. Could we have used garlic? Sure. Right?
Yep.
And then we have our chicken, our protein, and our vegetable. So it's not a bad one dish, is it?
No, this is fantastic.
And
Yeah,
then
I got a
I've
good piece of that onion there.
Are you crying?
I am,
Crying
just a
real
little
tears.
bit.
But see, now you're cooking. That's
But
the
now
good
I'm
part
cooking.
of it.
You know what?
You are.
I'm feeling good about that because
Good.
now I feel that I am cooking with that.
Now I'm gonna. We're pretty much good here. How's your? Are you looking?
I think that's looking good. What
are
do you
you
think,
white all
Chef
the way
David?
through?
Is that
I
all
think
right?
that's good. I think I'd say serve some up right
I'm pretty
there.
excited about this.
We've made a terrible mess in the studio
That's
here.
all right, though. Because somebody else will clean that up.
We'll let them clean it up. We
No,
might
this
even
is-
let
no,
them
this
taste.
looks great.
We might even let them taste our cooking.
But
now,
I've got to now. Presentation is very
Oh
important. I
well, yeah, we
understand.
can do that. We can worry about that if you want. But it's got that fresh green on the plate,
Yeah,
and you
no,
got a
this
little
looks,
chicken on the
this looks
plate.
Terrific.
And if you cut into a piece of chicken and you see, well, it's still pink inside, then obviously you can take.
Now,
your,
how long did that take us from start to finish? I mean, even with your
Boy.
preparation, obviously you prepared before. How long does,
I don't
does
think
that
you can
take?
get to the drive-through window in the time
I was
we
just going to
did
say,
this.
exactly. That's so quick, and there it is for 4 people.
For 4 people, right? And it's fairly helpful, right?
Fantastic. Look at this.
Should we try this?
Just absolutely gorgeous.
Isn't that good? Really fresh, crisp on the snow peas.
Fantastic. Now, is this one of the recipes that's in in the course?
It is in the course. It is in the course. And a lot of the recipes are like this, so it has that simplicity all the way through.
Boy, that is terrific. All natural ingredients.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Very, very easy to make.
Yeah, sure.
And again, you know, not only healthful,
And not too
but pretty.
expensive.
I was just going to say,
For
but
dinner,
very
for-
inexpensive
Right.
as well, huh? For 4 people. Boy,
Right,
that's
right.
fantastic.
Put this with a potato or some rice,
Yeah.
and you're really good to go.
That is great.
This is what Learn How to Cook and Eat Your Mistakes is all
Boy,
about.
and Chef, one more time, you're also giving folks who are watching today a deal on this just for watching
Right.
in and tuning into the Hank Stolz
Go to-
Experience and Charter.
Go to eatyourmistakes.com, put in Charter for the promo code, and you'll get $5 off the DVD set.
Boy, I love that name, too, eatyourmistakes.com.
Yeah.
That's
well, we so
great.
appreciate you having us here.
Oh.
And I'm telling you,
No, thank
you overachieved. You were scaring us a little bit there, but you did really well.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was cooking.
You
Chef
were
Hank
cooking.
will be back. By the way, coming up in our next segment, and this is going to be a lot of fun, is we're actually going to have dessert, Chef David. I hope that you can stick around because Alina Eisenhower from Sweet is going to be joining us. She's going to be coming up on Cupcake Wars, and we're all going to eat some of this great chicken that you prepared for us. Thank you, and then we'll have Alina give us some cupcakes to finish
And
this
you
off.
prepared for us.
Yes, I prepared for you. Eat out of that dish.